45 colt Howell Conversion cylinder. It's just a drop-in cylinder. Let's take a closer look at it. This is a 2017 Pietta 44 new model Army. It's the 5.5-inch barrel, not historically correct, but we won't get into that. This is a Howell conversion cylinder. I'm shooting hand loads with Trail Boss. It's just it's a little 5-shot cylinder. That's all it is. I opted for the 5-shot rather than the 6. I don't remember if it's Howell or who it is that makes a 6-shot, and your walls are a whole lot thinner on it. Plus, they are your cartridges actually sit in at somewhat of an angle, just to be able to squeeze them all in. It just drops straight in. Here's my black powder cylinder. Drops in. I also have an 8-inch that is I think a 98, something like that. Pietta also drops right into it. Howell makes these cylinders according to gun manufacturer. In other words, this one for the Pietta won't fit the Uberti, and it has a feature on it that I really like. The cylinder stops. It's got one in between the chambers where you can actually load 5, and the cylinder stop will actually lock it in between rounds. Let's load it up and shoot it again, and I'll show you what we're talking about. And I just always half cock. There we go. Half cock. I always drop it in from the top, turn it clockwise. Because of your hand, it won't turn counterclockwise. I guess it will, but it's not good for your hand. Turn it clockwise, and you hear it clicking, and it just lines right up. That's all there is to it. There it is, locked on a in between chambers, and the cylinder lock is locked down. Let's take it over there and shoot it some more. Half cock. Drop your load lever, slide it out, roll it to the right, counterclockwise. They usually just fall right out of it. You do have an alignment pin to align it with. They also say not to dry fire these. There's a little spring underneath each one of these little firing pins, and apparently you can break it dry firing it. I wouldn't want to dry fire it anyway. Well, there it is. 45 Colt drop-in conversion cylinder. Oh, one thing I will mention is that when you drop this cylinder in here, uh, it's my understanding it no longer falls under the black powder antique replica, whatever. It's a modern cartridge gun at that point. There's no modifications to the gun whatsoever. Black powder cylinder falls right in it, ready to go, and no permanent modifications whatsoever. No modifications, period. But it's just a drop-in cylinder, and a lot of fun to shoot. Uh, can shoot your cowboy loads in it. They say not to shoot anything but cowboy loads. Uh, I I do my own reloading, and of course I bought a box of cowboy loads just to get the brass, and I'm not loading them as hot as the factory cowboy loads. Uh, it's a real pleasure to shoot. You're not beating your hand up, you're not beating the gun up. It's just a lot of fun. I would like to mention one more thing, that uh, the my 8-inch Pietta New Model Army is it's a 90s model. I can't remember it, 97, 98. It's in the 90s. It's the same size frame as this 2017. I had one that was an 80s model, and it had the slightest smaller frame. The This gun's black powder cylinder or this conversion cylinder, neither one would fit it. It would go in it, but it wouldn't rotate. It wasn't. It just wouldn't function in it because the frame was just a tiny bit smaller. Uh, so at some point, I guess in the 90s, Pietta went to this size frame, which this works in. And I believe Hal will tell you that an older model gun that these cylinders won't drop into. I may be mistaken on that, but I think that's what they say. Uh, Also, just on the Remington New Model Army, that earlier model Pietta, uh, I've read and I've been told that that smaller frame was actually more historically correct as to what they originally were. Uh, Beats me, I wasn't around in the mid 1800s, but I know I do like this one. It fits my hand pretty good, and the that smaller one was it was noticeably smaller in your hand. Uh, anyway, there it is. Just wanted to show it to you. Uh, if you like it, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.